Hi, I'm Ashley Barlow from Meyer & Barlow Law Firm, and the third part of our discussion about goals is what we can do while taking data at home during this time period of non-traditional instruction due to the coronavirus. It's very important that you take data at home. The data that you take at home will help to show progression or regression. And if regression occurs, the Department of Education has suggested that compensatory education might be appropriate. So this data could help to get your child extra time with related service professionals and teachers over the summer or in the fall of the following school year. It could also help to get you money so that you can go out and get intensive services, whether that's education or related services this summer or in the fall. So I've got 3 examples and I thought we could go through each of them. The first goal says Jack will correctly read all 52 words on the Primer sight word list with 100% accuracy in 4 out of 5 trials as measured weekly. That's pretty easy to me. My only question that I would say to the teacher on that one is, could you send the list to me so that I'm certain that I'm taking data on the same list? After that, I would probably just look at the list, present it to him, check through it, say, this is how many you got, this is how many you didn't get, and then I would just record the number on there. You could also certainly record a percentage. You would just divide it, but there's 52 words on the list. The second goal says, given a multiple meaning word presented verbally, Jack will select the 2 correct meanings from a group of 4 with 80% accuracy in 3 out of 5 trials as measured weekly. I don't know what multiple meaning words are. Are we talking pop and pop, like a soft drink and the verb to pop, and then there's also pop like grandfather? Or are we talking where and where, there and there, those words? So my first question is, what is a multiple meaning word, and does a list exist? My second question is, how many tasks are we doing? What am I testing? Do I present 10 of those multiple meaning words? I would hope so. At 80%, I always hope that we're getting at least 5, so that 4 out of 5 would help us achieve the goal. You have to kind of look at it from a math perspective. Another question is, how do I get the list of correct meanings? We're selecting 2 of the correct meanings. Does that mean that we're using them in context, or is it a definition? To pop means to whatever. Or a pop is another word for a soda or a soft drink. And I simply don't know the answer to that, so I would also ask the teacher that. And then I would have trouble even with that information knowing how to take the data, because let's say that we have 10 questions that we're supposed to ask when we track data, and each question has 2 meanings, and the student has to get both meanings correct. So I don't know how to record that. Am I recording how many out of 10, or am I recording how many times we get both? What I would do is I would just set up the dates in a spreadsheet, and then I would record how many times we got 0, how many times we got 1, and how many times we got 2 of those correct meanings. And the total of that would be 10. So maybe on January 1st, he didn't ever miss both of them, but 5 times he got 1 of the correct meanings, and 5 times he got 2 of the correct meanings. On January 8th, he missed both on 1. He just didn't shoot correctly. In the group of 4, the 2 incorrect answers were chosen. And then let's say, he got 1 5 times and he got both of them 4 times. And that's how I would record it. The last goal says, following a prompt, Jack will complete a 5-step routine with 2 or fewer prompts in 3 out of 5 consecutive trials, blah, blah, blah. My question here would be, does the child get to use visuals in doing that? If the routine is the morning routine of walking in, hanging up my backpack, hanging up my coat, getting out my binder and sitting down to start morning work. If it's those 5 things, do we get a visual schedule that says, first I do this and this and this and this, or is that to be done independently? The second question is, can we actually do this at home? What are the routines that we're monitoring? Is it just 1? Is it several? And are they things that we can do at home as well? This should help you to document your child's progression or regression while you are doing this non-traditional instruction due to the coronavirus.